Hi all. So today we will be working on the exercise which I have given you, NDIM exercise 7.1, right? So in this, if you look at the sheet, how many sheets are over there? If you see, there are three sheets. One is match index, one dimensional. Second is two dimensional index and match, and third is two-dimensional VLOOKUP. So let's start with first sheet of 7.1, that is match index one dimensional. What it means that you have to use match and index, but it is one dimensional. It means ki either you will be going to give the match for row number or you will be going to give the match for column number. So first of all, what we understand what is the problem statement which is given. So we are given a reference table or a table array which consists of how many column. If you look over here carefully, so it is having ID, it is having region, it is having product, it is having price, right? So we will be definitely be given any of the one column value and we have to extract the value corresponding to that particular row number from any other column, right? So as we are using index and match, so it is not necessary that the lookup value should lie on the leftmost column only. It can lie anywhere, and second thing, it is also not necessary that you have to look for the value for the uh, columns which are lying towards the left of all the columns. You can just look for left to right or you can look from right to left. In any of the direction you can look, either right to left or left to right? So you have to remember this thing, or right to left. Now what you have to understand apart from this, that what is the syntax of index and match we are using, and what index return, what match return. So like when we talk about index, basically we should understand this thing. If I write the syntax over here, equals to index. So what it do? It returns a value. You can just look over here. It is mentioned over here in the definition. It returns a value or reference of the cell at the intersection of particular row and column in a given range. So it will be going to return the value from the intersected cell, which is the intersection of row and column number, and that intersection of a cell will be lying in a given range. Then what is the syntax? Syntax is you have to give the reference array, then you have to give row number, and you have to give column number, whereas column number is optional. So whenever you have to pick the value from the row number, like whenever you have to specify the row number, then you will be going to specify row number, and that will be the one dimensional case. And it is not necessary that you have to give the row number only. It might be the case that you have to give the column number. So row number you will be giving when the arrangement of table array is basically vertical. But when it is horizontal, then and you want to use one dimensional match index only, then you have to give column number. Soon you will come to know using the example which is given over here. Then what does match function do? Match function returns the relative position of an item which is lying in an array and going to match within a specified range which you have given over here. So what is the syntax of match? Match says what value you are searching for, looking for, in which array you are looking for, and whenever you are looking for the value, what type of the match you will be going to use, right? So this you have to remember. Now second thing, what is given? We are given a see over here, a ID, right? And what you have to look for? You have to look for region or and product as well as price. Means ID is given, and against that ID you will be going to search that what is the region which is lying in a given reference table, what is the product against this ID, and what is the price against this ID. Fine. So with this we will move further on and look this, that where these all basically values are given, right? So for this, what is the table array? So table array from which we have to pick the value is this. This is the table array. Remember carefully that this is the table array. This is the table array, right? And one more thing you have to see, this is a data validation list. This data validation, how it is being created, if you go to data validation, you see over here this range is this range, right? Can you see the dancing bar? So this is this range, right, from using which you have used the data validation list. Now see, come over here. Where is region? Region is lying in second column. I have to use one dimensional index and match. So what I say, index, from where we have to pick the value? We have to pick the value from second column, wherein region is lying. You can freeze it also, right? Comma. Now from which particular row we have to pick the value? So the row will be that row number which is equivalent to the ID which is given over above here, right, in C1. So how we will get the row number? Using match function. What is the lookup value? This ID is the lookup value. Where we have to look for this value? I have to look for this value in this particular range. You can keep freezing also, right? You can keep freezing also. Here also you can freeze it up. And which kind of match you will be going to do? Exact match. This is the bracket which you have closed for match. See, red to red is being matched, and this is the bracket of index. You have to just enter. See, IL is coming. For 1185, what is the region? IL. Can you see? What is the region? IL. And here you have used single match for row number. What is the row number it is returning? 6. And this is a table array using which you have actually looked for the region. And what is the region which is coming over here if you look carefully? So the region which is coming is IL, right? It is mentioned over here IL in small. So you can cross check in this way also. Now we have to look for product. So one thing what we can do, we can just copy this formula. Right now IL is coming at every place. What change we will be doing? Here we will be changing. For product, what is the array where we have to look for the value? So the array is actually this product column, right? You can freeze it, and you see the product name is over here. Now for price, where we will be making the change? We will be making the change in the lookup array. What is the lookup array now? Lookup array is this, right? So this is how you can do. So what I do, I will write the formula. I'll use formula text to make you people understand how I have used the one dimensional function over here, index match function over here, equals to formula text. What is the formula I have written for this? And I'll be going to copy it, right? And then just see, this is the formula I have written. If you look over here carefully, B9 to B14, if you look over here carefully, this where I am looking, B9 to B14 is B9. This is B. This is B, right? So B9 to, this is B9. B9 to B14 is a region column. When I look over here, C9 to C14, it is basically a product column. See, this is C. And when I go for D9 to D14, it is a price column, D, right? And this is C. So I have, for lookup array, I have used that particular range from where I have to pick the value, whereas for matching, I have picked the ID column, that is A9 to A14 in each and every case. A9 to A14, this is A9 to A14, and I am matching with which particular cell? C1, which I have freezed because it should not change when I copy the formula. So it is C1. What kind of match it is? It is an exact match. Why I am waiting over here? Because many students says that when I make a video, they are not able to look at the formula. So that is why I am staying over here for a while, so that you can just understand. Another way to understand this is, you have to double click over here and you can just check. B9 to B14 is what? This region column, which is in blue color. C1 is in red color. So this C1 is the is surrounded by red border, then A9 to A14 is purple color, so this column, ID column, is surrounded by purple color, right? And bracket colors are also specifying which bracket is being closed when, right? Okay, I hope you understand. Now let's move to another example. This is right now product is given and we have to find out the ID. Again here the list of all the products are being picked up from this list, right? Using data validation list, and the shortcut of data validation list is Alt plus D plus L. This is the shortcut, right? You have to remember Alt DL. It will open up. This is the shortcut of data validation, right? So if you see over here, I press Alt D L, it opens this dialog box through which I can create a data validation list, right? Now what you have to understand here product is being given, this is given, and what you have to pick up ID, which is where it is towards its left, means from right you can move towards left. This is possible in index and match function, right? You have to first of all understand this also. Now let's move further. See how we'll do. I have to use one dimensional match and index. So I have to pick the column, row number or column number using match, and I have to extract the value from the one dimensional array. So first of all, index, from where I have to pick the value? I have to pick the value from the ID column. So I will pick this and I will freeze. Here the formula is not to be copied, so if it will not freeze, it will work out, otherwise you can freeze. Now from which row number I have to pick the ID? From the row number where the product is being matched. So which product I have to match? This is the product which I have to match. From which particular column I have to match? From this particular column I have to match, which is having all product details C24 to C29. Which kind of match I am doing? Exact match. Bracket close of match red to red. Bracket close of index black to black. If you just select this entire match, you will come to know what is the answer you are getting. That is 2. Can you see hat is lying in 2 and here small 2 is written. And when I select this entire formula, you see what is mentioned over here, 1039. So against hat, what is the ID? 1039. So our formula which I have written is correct, right? So now you can just copy this and write over here also and say formula, and you can just check it out that what formula I have written. Index, from where I am picking the value, A24 to A29, A24 to A29, from where I am matching C24 to C29. So that is what written over here. I hope you understand. So I am staying for a while so that you can just check the formula. This is the formula I have used. Clear? I hope it is understood to all of you. Right? Now let's move further. If you look over here towards the reference array, the arrangement is horizontal. Which kind of arrangement it is? Horizontal. This is a horizontal arrangement. Whereas when you look over here, which kind of arrangement it was? It was vertical. So we can use index and match with any kind of arrangement. Here it is not necessary that for horizontal arrangement you go for HLOOKUP and for vertical arrangement you go for VLOOKUP. No, index and match work for all the type of arrangements, right? And it can look for the values in any of the direction. Okay, fine. Then what is there? Let's see what is the question problem statement. Problem statement is exactly same. ID is given, we have to find out region, then product, then price. there what was the issue? There also ID was given. We have to find out region, product and issue. Only the change is in the given table array, right? Given table array. So one thing which you have to understand, that here when you are looking for the value, you are looking for the row number. Whereas here when you look for any of the value, region, product or price, you have to look for column number, because arrangement is different. Let's say against 1039 I have to look for region number. I should know which column I am looking for, because this is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6, in which values are being given, and the heading of the this particular table is given in different row but in the same column. Here you see the values are in the row, whereas the headings are in the column, right? So for searching any value from any of the column, you need to know the row number. For searching any value for any of the field, you should know the column number. You have to remember this, right? So now see how we do. Now here index, from where I have to pick the value? Region. This is the region row. From here I have to pick the value. It's a row. I can freeze it also. Then do I need a row number? No. In this I don't need a row number. I need a column number. So I leave it blank. I just left it blank. Now I need a column number. So I say match. I want to match this ID. This ID I want to match from here, and the match type should be exact, right? Match type should be exact. So sorry. And now see, I can freeze it also. Because I want to copy the formula. That is why I am freezing over here. Otherwise also you should have a practice to freeze the cells whenever it is necessary to freeze, right? See, red to red column is bracket is being closed. I will close the bracket of index. Again I will check what it is returning. This match function is returning what? 6. So can you see 1185 where it is lying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is lying in the 6. It is lying in the 6th column. And if I just select the entire index formula, what it is returning? IL. So see, against 1185, what is the region? IL is there. So our formula which I mentioned is correct. Again I will copy the formula and I will just change the reference where I am looking for the value. So here I am looking for the product. So for product, what is the range? The range is actually G10 to 1110, and I will freeze it. I will get the product. Now again for the price, what is the range I have to look for? I have to look for the row which is containing the price. So this is the row which is containing the price. So in this way you will understand that where to make changes also. It's not like this, you are just writing the formula. When you are copying the formula, you are able to understand that where the changes are required to be done in the formula, right? So you have to remember this also. So this is a formula text. I have just given the formula text also to all of you, and I'll stay for a while so that you can understand what I have done over here, right? What I have done over here. So you just see what I have done over here. Where the changes are being done, the changes are being done only in the lookup array, Here it is G9 to L9. What is G9? This is G and this is 9. G9 to L9 is the entire row which is containing the region. Then here what is here? G10 to L10. So where is G10? This is G10, this is G10 and this is G. I am highlighting this. So in G10 to L10 products are being given. So here also products are to be find out. Now for price, what is where it is given price? Price is given in G11. So G11 to L11. So this is what is mentioned over here also. Whereas value I am just column number I am fetching from the same place, that is H1. I am checking H1. Where I am checking in G8 to L8 because ID is given in G8 to L8. I hope you understand. So I am staying my screen for some time over here so that you can understand how I did it. Another thing, you can just check after writing in this way also. You double click and you just see what has been selected. So for ID, this purple color is over there. This purple color is for ID. Red color is for the given ID, and this blue color border, it is for region. Now come to this particular question. Product is given, you have to find out the ID. So opposite of this, it means ki you can go from bottom to top also. Bottom to top also, because here the direction of search is bottom to top. This is possible only in index and match. So how you will be doing? You will again say equals to index. From which particular row you have to pick the value? From the ID. So you will pick the ID row and you will freeze it. So this is still this. You will freeze it. Right? I am freezing it. Comma. I don't want row number. Just a minute. This ID. Freeze it. Comma. I don't want row number, so I'll just put a single comma. We have to leave the space. This row number space is empty, means no row number is being given. Right? As earlier we were ignoring column number in previous example. Now see, I need column number, so I have to match the product. Right? Where I will be going to match? I will be going to match in the row where all the products are being given. Which kind of match I will be doing? Exact. Close, this red is of match, close, this red is of index. Now again see, if I just select this match function, what it is returning? 3. Can you see 3? Where is 3? This 3. Shirt is in which column? 1, 2, 3. In third column. Shirt is matching in third column. First is shoes, second is hats, and third is shirt. Now just select the index function and see what it is returning. What it is returning? 1074. So can you see 1, 2, 3? What is the ID? 1074. It means our formula is correct. And again, I'll write a formula for you people so that you can understand what formula I have written. So this is the formula which I have written. I'm staying for a while and you just check it out. What I did over here. Here I'm checking, see, getting the return value from G23 to L23. So where this G23 and L23 is lying? G23. See, this G and this is 23. So G23 is having ID. And I'm matching the value from H18. So where is H18? This is H18. So here is the value. This is the shirt. From where I am going to match this value? G25 to L25. So where is this is G and this is 25. So this is product row. In product row, I'll be matching this shirt. If it is found, the value I am getting from G23 to L23. So I hope you are able to understand this. I hope I am able to make you people understand. I just request you people to do it yourself in spite of copying and just understand. Look at the video again and again and try it. Okay. So this is 7.1 sheet 1.